Good morning once again. My name is Pastor Shoko of Berean Reformed Baptist Church in Harare. And today I am going to take you through another devotion on Christian conduct. We'll explore once again the folly of anxiety. Last time out, we're in verse 25 and 26 of Matthew chapter 6. Now we will continue from verse 27. And of which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? Verse 28. And why are you anxious about clothing? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Here, dear friends, we see the folly of anxiety. Jesus asked questions. Which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his lifespan? The folly of anxiety is that we become anxious but cannot add a single hour to our lives by being anxious. Jesus points to the foolishness of anxiety. Why should you be anxious about what you're going to wear? Why should you be anxious about tomorrow? Why should you be anxious about your marriage partner? The fact that you are lacking a marriage partner. Will worry add a single hour to your life? Jesus asked another question in verse 28. And why are you anxious about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Jesus makes a very scandalous statement once again. His point is clothing is just clothing. It ends there. Because if we were to compare the lilies of the field and the daisies of the field with what you wear, you would still fall short of natural beauty and natural adornment. So why should you worry about your life? Why should you worry about clothing? Why are you preoccupied about clothing? There are some people who end up going into debt because they want to follow the fashion trends of their idols. There are some people who may even go into debt or steal from their parents, from their bosses, so that they could meet the expectations of the culture. Anxiety, dear friends, is foolish because it plunges us deeper and deeper into sin and disobedience. We see that in verse 30, Jesus continues, but if God so clothes the grass of the field, which is today alive and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not much more clothe you? Jesus appeals to nature once again. Just as before he appealed to the birds, he says, if God can clothe the lilies of the field, the grass of the field, how much more would he clothe you? Do not worry about what you're going to wear or dress like.